Good morning. What's up? What is up? Hold on. Let me get that in. How's everybody doing? We're here. The microphone's right here. I want to do something really quick before we get started. Let's go to the chat. We got Jeffrey. What's up? We got Crypto for Change. How you doing, man? Good morning. Good morning. Crypto for Change. He wants those Pepe gains. We got Chris Cooper. How you doing, Chris? Wilder and Maximus and Semino, Maximus, Semino, and Robbie. That's 7. All right, folks. I just want to let everybody know Jeffrey, Crypto for Change, Chris Cooper, Wilder, Maximus, Semino, and Robbie. You just won a Coop coin. If you guys want a Coop coin, you 7 people can have it. You're the first 7 people to comment today. Coop coin is all the rage right now. There's 3 holders. 409 is one. I forget the other one. And then I own the other 20,999,997. So look at this. I have just tripled, if you guys actually want it, the holders. That is called decentralization, folks. So you can DM me on Twitter if you actually want it. And if you don't want it, I won't be offended. Okay. So, folks, how are we doing? Is everybody doing all right? Inflation is exciting. You know what I mean? It's going on. Eric is here. What's going on, Eric? Governor's hat. Oh, see, I missed some great people. I only did 7. And now I'm scrolling down and I want to give Fire Leather everything. I want Fire Leather to have everything. Django, what's going on? Blade, the future of finance without Algorand. Went to buy a $2 cup of coffee using Bitcoin or Ethereum. Ended up paying $60 in fees. There you go, Blade. Go spend $60. That's got some good coffee. You know what I mean? Some good coffee. Who wants to have a gasoline fight? That's right. He needs those algo gains. What's up, Adam? What's up, Richard? Woot. Coop coin going up. YouTube owes me a Coop coin. Richard, you definitely deserve a Coop coin. But man, hey, look, there's rules in the Thunderdome and the Coop coin Thunderdome. There's a lot of perks of having a Coop coin. You get to add, if you've been following me on Twitter, you see all the different things that you get to do when you own a Coop coin. You get to add it to your wallet and you get to be part of the Coop DAO. Now, unfortunately, I'm only giving these out one at a time. So for me to have not have veto power in the DAO, it's going to take a long time. But KoopCoin does exist. I did make it. And I honestly think that I'm not going to get into it. Never mind. I have a Coop NFT. A coin will go well with it. I want it. Awesome. I like those tokens. Adam is in. He feels left out. All right, guys, what's going on? Incredible. I'm glad CJ's here too. Look, you guys, NFT holders airdrop Coop. Now, I would like to do that. If everybody, but I only want these things going out one at a time. So I don't want, I think, who is it? God damn it. What's his name? How's his name? Shit. Nice guy. Oh, Gnome. Leave me a Gnome. I don't want Leave Me a Gnome to get like 37 Coop coins. That guy is a Coop's whale. I don't know if he's distributed them since then. What's the ASA number? I don't remember, Maximus. I will tweet about this. So, I'm sure all 7 of you probably follow me on Twitter. I'll tweet about this later. You'll add the asset ID and I will navigate the murky waters of the MyAlgo interface to send it to you. 1 Coop equals 33 penis. Oh God, it's so stupid, guys. It's too stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you. All of this is too stupid, and I have really curated a terrible bubble on Twitter with all this meme coin craze. I've engaged a little bit. There is I don't know really who she is. Her name is Crypto Finally. She keeps on saying that she looks like Anne Hathaway, but she has like that milady thing. And she's so against all of these like meme coins and keeps on giving these kind of like lectures about the Ponzi's and stuff. And so I've been kind of joking with her and trying to get her to engage with me, and she won't, folks. She's ignoring me. Damn it. But I have her tweets, which are kind of annoying. And then I've interacted with BitBoy, and so I'm seeing all of his garbage. Like, isn't it incredible? Like, I can't believe that this dude is just so willing to be like Ben Coin. Like, it's so dumb. And that's why Coop Coin is going to have its moment. Me and my 9 friends, which will grow. It's going to grow. All right, moving on to better things. Look, folks, today we found out about the CPI. I haven't really looked at much, right? I haven't looked. I saw that I've been been tweeting about penis and Coop. I haven't really looked at much. I saw that inflation numbers came in cooler than they were expecting. It was, I think they were expecting 5% and it came in 4.9%. I saw that Bitcoin popped up a little bit. I mean, I'm not overly excited about it. I mean, look, if you look at it, if we think about it, last April, inflation was coming in hot, right? And so a year later, we're coming in 4.9% higher. So I think that the narrative is going to settle at this is sticky. And if you live in this world, I don't know where you are in this world, in this country, I guess. I think inflation is obviously a problem many places, but these numbers are for the United States of America. But if you are living here, and certainly where I live, it does feel like inflation is sticky and things are just stabilized. And meaning, yeah, now all the things that I used to buy are just a little more expensive. And that's a hard thing to get to go back down. And I think it's a problem. And I think that we are probably headed into a recession, probably a bad recession. Who knows? I don't know. And if inflation is that sticky going up and the recession is true, and if those two pieces live together, then we have something called stagflation. And then we just have problems, right? It's just not good. So personally, I see this as bleak, but I bet you the markets are excited right now. I won't be buying this. I'm not FOMOing into the market on this. And I might be wrong because of it. Who knows? But all right. Well, look, folks, here we go. Let's go to CJ's favorite website, CNBC, where he gets all his news and he trusts everything that they say. He loves their narratives. He's like CJ is just like, man, if I believe anybody's talking points, it's got to be CNBC's talking points. So that's a weird thing that I do to you guys. All right. So let's share the screen and go to CNBC, right? And then not just start talking, because you got to go back to Restream, and I got to do this, and then I got to set this up. All right. So futures are definitely pumping. They're excited. Futures are excited. NASDAQ is up almost 1%, 130 points, and the Dow is up 0.5%, up 163 points, which means that we're probably going to get some good news when I head over to the crypto prices. Inflation rose 4.9% in April from a year ago, less than expectations. So people are definitely excited about these numbers. The consumer price index rose 0.4% last month, pushed higher by rising shelter, used vehicle, and gas prices. The increase was in line with Wall Street expectations. On an annual basis, okay, so that was in line. On an annual basis, the inflation rate was 4.9%, slightly less than the estimate, and providing some hope that the trend is lower. For workers, real average hourly earnings adjusted for inflation rose 0.1% for the month, but we're still down 0.5% from a year ago. A widely followed measure of inflation rose in April, though the pace of the increase provided some hope that the cost of living will head lower later this year. The CPI, which measures the cost of a broad swath of goods and services, increased 0.4% for the month, in line with the Dow Jones estimate. However, that equated to an annual increase of 4.9%, slightly less than the 5% estimate. Okay, so this isn't that great of news. This isn't to be all that excited. I bet you the market, which we'll get in about 12 minutes, I bet you it cools off. Markets reacted positively to the news, with futures turning positive as Treasury yields were lower. Today's report suggests that the Fed's campaign to quell inflation is working, albeit more slowly than they would like. But for financial markets, today's inflation print is a net positive. Inflation has been persistent despite the Fed's efforts to bring down prices. Starting in March 2022, the central bank has enacted 10 consecutive interest rate increases, totaling 5 percentage points, taking benchmark borrowing rates to their highest level in nearly 16 years. The CPI reading has cooled considerably since peaking out around 9% in June of 2022. So there you go, folks. So the peak was 9% in June 2022. So it's going to continue to trend down. We are comparing from a year ago when this was all heating up at a crazy rate. So this is the things that, these are the things that people are going to be thinking about, right? So in June, it's going to be super easy to have that CPI number year over year look low because we were at 9%. The highest, inflation was peaking at that point. So it's good. It's going in the right direction, which will lead people to think that the Fed is going to, well, certainly pause, because I think the Fed is desperately wants to pause. And but it will, it could instigate people thinking that they're going to cut sooner. However, inflation still has held well above the 2% annual target for the Fed. The report provides both good and bad news on the inflation front as Fed officials weigh their next move on rates. Shelter costs, which make up about 1/3 of the CPI weighting, increased another 0.4% on the month and are now up 8.1% from a year ago. So this was just, I saw last night, like, it was crazy. Obviously, I live in Southern California. Homelessness is a massive problem. But now the people that you're seeing become homeless is looking more and more normal, folks. Like, I was outside. I had to, last night, I was like, all right, I'm going to go to bed. And then my wife's like, no, you need to fix the toilet broke. The toilet seat broke. And I'm like, I got to fix the toilet seat? What are you talking about? And then it was broken, right? And then but I was like, well, we don't have another toilet seat. And she's like, oh, no, I have another toilet seat. And I was like, you have another toilet seat? So then she brings out the toilet seat. And then it's just disgusting, the old toilet seat. I can't get we don't have WD-40. So I have to go to Target last night late and go buy some WD-40. And then outside of Target on the side there's like this whole like tarp city. And there's like, they have a boom box. They're all dancing, smoking joints. They're riding scooters around. They all just look like 28-year-olds, that just decided that they're going to live in this area, which is probably a little more expensive. And they're going to live on the streets. Oh, man. Anyways. So shelter costs are going up is my point. That's what inspired that story. And then I had to change that damn toilet seat. Took me a bit. But once I got the WD-40, it was no longer a problem. And then I had to clean the bidet. Oh, so gross. All right, but I did it. We did it. All right, the monthly gain represented a step down from previous months' increases, but was still indicative that a key inflation driver is rising. At the same time, the 4.4% jump in prices for used cars and trucks reverses recent declines. Food prices, though, were flat, while energy index 0.6% boosted by a 3% gain in gasoline. I imagine that gasoline is probably going to get more expensive as the year goes by because of some of those OPEC decisions. Food prices, just from this one person's consumer sentiment, seems like it is flat. I'm noticing that I can get a couple of deals now, on certain things that I like and all that. Of the grocery store indexes to compute food prices, 4 showed declines. Milk, for instance, fell 2%, the biggest monthly drop since February of 2015. Egg prices, one of the biggest gainers in the food index over the past year, fell 1.5%. Yeah, so milk and eggs are kind of getting back to normal. Real average hourly earnings were up, but still down. We read that earlier. All right. Yeah, in approving its latest rate hike last week, the Fed removed an indication that future hikes are warranted and instead shifted. Oh shit! George Santos has been criminally charged with money laundering, fraud, theft, and making false statements. I mean, it's a surprising headline, but it's not all that surprising, is it? That guy's something else. All right. In approving its latest rate hike last week, the Fed removed an indication that future hikes are warranted and instead shifted the language saying that decisions will be based on incoming data. The Labor Department on Thursday will release the April producer price index, a gauge of wholesale prices on final demands in goods and services. That report is expected to show a 0.3% headline increase and 0.2% core gain. Yeehaw. And the market continues to pump, though. So futures, that is. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I got that wrong. Roblox reports a wider than expected loss, but active users are up 22%. I see people dancing on the grave of the metaverse. Now, look, obviously, all the hype and people buying, spending millions of dollars on Decentraland, property has certainly died down. But the real idea behind the metaverse is you're totally tone deaf if you think it's dead. We're all just, I'm looking at we're all just interacting right now through the metaverse on some level, and it's just going to completely evolve. It's going to be more in real life, and we're going to blend these two worlds, and that's obviously where this is headed. All right. So I stuck on CNBC longer than usual. All right. Well, I mean, there you go. Shit. Over 200 points. I think this is like, I think that this is going to correct. We'll see. I mean, obviously I don't know, but I think that's going to correct. All right. I might actually go and look how it opens today because I'm actually curious. Let's make sure that you guys can see this. You can see it. All right, here we go. So the big story right now is that George Santos has been charged with fraud and money laundering. All right, U.S. inflation shows signs of moderating, giving Fed room to pause. The Fed was already going to pause. I mean, it wouldn't have paused, I guess, if it showed hot. So there you go. So I think that we can all expect a pause next month. Inflation is sticky, but economists can't agree why. Cost of insuring America's debt against default eclipses Brazil and Mexico. They're not going to default. I just find that such a weird narrative. I just feel like this is such stupid theater. The Congress is not going to allow the United States to default. Both parties are trying to get shit that they want. And then in the end, it would be wildly reckless to a faltering economy to do that. They're not going to do it. So I will be extraordinarily surprised if they do. But I guess you can't eliminate anything because these people are pretty interesting. All right, China names Lee top financial regulator in surprise move. Okay. Oh, Italy and China not getting along. Okay. Bloomberg, you didn't really do it for me today. Let's go to CoinDesk real quick before. Yep. Oh yeah. So yeah, we're getting some life in the crypto markets. New rules on sharing crypto tax data. Nah, okay. Crypto derivatives protocol. Nope. Don't care. There we go. Bitcoin rises above 28,000. All right. Crypto whales accumulate millions in Pepe coin as trading volume shifts to Binance. What do we got here? Pepe. Obviously, big news was Pepe being listed on Gemini. We'll look at that. I think the most important news, the most fun news, was the note that Gemini wrote about Pepe. So we're definitely going to read that today. But let's see what this person is saying. I guess this was last night. Crypto whales accumulate millions in Pepe coin as trading volume shifts to Binance. Larger market participants are buying up the meme coin even as prices dunk, suggesting another leg up might be on the cards soon, which might be happening right now. Pepe coin traders, it's you could feel it yesterday. Like the whole hype was back, and it felt dead, right? Look, out of all of them, look, I'm not a huge meme coin guy. Okay, have I made that clear in the past? Not a huge meme coin guy. There's a reason why a lot of us found things like Bitcoin and Algorand and things like that is because we actually see this space as something that's helpful. Now, is a meme coin helpful? Well, yeah, for financial freedom for some people, but in the end, I want to, if we're going to play the game and have some fun with it, it's got to be fun, right? So all this other bullshit, all these other Ponzi's literally, or maybe not literally, I don't know, but all of these other garbage like things because everybody's hustling to buy the pump and then dump, like it's pathetic. So, it actually takes away from something like Pepe, which could actually provide some real wealth to a lot of people because it does seem to have a little more going for it. But anyways, Pepe coin. So I mean, I've said it on Twitter. I just think that there should only currently. I mean, and another one comes along, and then that can exist too. But I believe there's only two meme coins that should exist, and it's Pepe coin and Doge, because both of those were highly effective, important culturally to the crypto movement, right? So, and they're funny and it's like legit. I mean, during the whole Doge craze, just watching, some of the funny shit people would do with the dog was fun. And it just kind of brought people together and there was like a euphoria towards it and it was fun. I keep on saying the word fun because that's all really this is. And then Pepe is the same way. Look at Easy E. All right. On-chain analytics, Look On-chain said on Tuesday that three whales, a colloquial term for holders of large amounts of any token, started to accumulate Pepe tokens earlier this week amid a nearly 50% price cut. Three whales started to buy Pepe after the price dropped. This account withdrew 1.4 trillion, 2.76 million from Binance when the price was at 2054. About almost a half a million at 1942. And almost a million at 1957. So those guys, there you go. In the past 24 hours, Binance saw over 160 million worth of Pepe coin trading compared to 55 million on Uniswap. A likely reason for this is more accessibility for retail traders and significantly lesser fees per trade on Binance. Yeah, compared to an average of $35 per Pepe trade on Uniswap as of Wednesday. If you're watching this and you don't know that Pepe is on Algorand, I should let you know if you don't want to be dealing with Binance and you have USDC, you want to bridge it over or whatever, you can, or you could bridge your ETH or whatever, you could bridge your Pepe, and then you could provide liquidity on things like Tinyman and Pact and earn an incredible currently transaction fees. So whatever, it's cheap, You don't pay $35 a trade on Tinyman or with the aggregators like Alamex and Vestige. Elsewhere, Dex Tools data shows Pepe holders crossed the 100,000 unique holders mark on Tuesday. Okay, so they're pumping it. Pump it up. That's good news for you guys, you diamond hands. You guys didn't give up. You were feeling bleak. You were feeling sad. Is this dead? Is Pepe dead? But the thing is that Pepe never dies. Just kidding. I don't know that. But it is the one that should have the most legs, if you ask me. All right. This is interesting. Market makers Jane Street and Jump retreating from the U.S. crypto trading. That's not good news. Market makers Jane Street and Jump Trading are retreating from crypto trading in the U.S. as a regulatory crackdown on the industry has intensified. Both firms are still making markets and not abandoning the crypto industry entirely. Bloomberg said, citing the person. Oh, citing that person. Okay. Citing the person. All right. The person said that. However, Jane Street is scaling back its global crypto expansion plans, while Jump Crypto, the digital assets trading unit of Jump Trading, is pulling back from U.S. markets. Although it's still planning to expand internationally, the news outlet reported, citing two people familiar with the matter. Okay. I put a lot of weird emphasis in that last statement because I wanted to sip a coffee. Burundi. My wife bought me like a subscription to some coffee thing, and this coffee is from Burundi. Burundi, I think so. It's good. All right. U.S. policymakers and regulators have intensified regulatory pressure on the crypto industry after the spectacular collapse of centralized exchange FTX. The move has spooked the industry, veterans, and investors alike. Some observers have even called it a war on crypto. Operation Choke Point 2.0. And then they get into all this about CZ and the CFTC. Disgraced former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried worked at Jane Street before entering the crypto industry and was known to hire former Jane Street employees as executives or employees, including former FTX US President Brett Harrison. They didn't want to comment. So there you go. That's interesting. Anything else? Pump it up. Oops. What did I do? Oh my God. Okay, Nick Carter. There you go. There's Nick Carter. Why are we on Nick Carter? Okay, that's my sign to get the fuck off this site. I like Nick Carter. That had nothing to do with Nick Carter. Okay, so let's look at it. Let's look at the markets. It still says Pepe's down. What's going on, guys? Come on, Pepe. Get your head in the game. All right. So Bitcoin at 28.2. Up a little bit. It's up almost 1%. 0.75% in the last hour. Volume is low, 15 billion. Ethereum creeping back up to 1900. Volume is low, under 7. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like the crypto market response to this is a bit muted. Polkadot 545. Looks like the stock market's a little more excited about inflation than the crypto market. Algorand's getting, there it is, $16.99. Are you out of your mind? Tezos. I like to look at Tezos. Stacks is just bleeding. $0.92 for Tezos with very little volume. What is the Algorand volume? Yeah, low. 35 million. ApeCoin. Quant. All right. Oh, Pepe. There you are, Pepe. See? Did you see those whales? You have an opportunity, folks, to get into the same price as those whales from CoinDesk. Sorry. It's only up 100% in the last week. But it's down the last hour. Who's dumping the Pepe, man? Come on. There was inflation news for you to ride. It got excited overnight, or last night, I guess. And then it's been down here ever since. It's amazing. So funny. I don't mind Pepe, honestly. I don't suggest anybody buys it, but I don't mind it. So Yeah, where's the best place to trade it? So obviously the most volume is in the Tether, Pepe pool, and Binance. A lot of action, and there's actually there's some depth to that. Yeah, it's not great on KuCoin. $18 million volume on Uniswap. Where's Tiny Man? Honestly, Tiny Man. Oh, it is. There we go. Look at you. Look at you, Tiny Man. There you go. On the 10th largest DEX. Pepe Algo. Volume 83,000. I thought the volume was higher than that. Pepe Yieldly, Pepe Smile Coin. Folks, I'm just kidding. Okay. Pact, you didn't make the swap because or the cut because there's what happened to the liquidity? Jeez Louise. All right, enough. Well, while we're talking about Pepe, we might as well. Well, no, we'll get back to it. It's fun because we still have to look at gold. Okay, so gold is pushed down a little bit, but you can see right here, obviously, right leading up to the CPI, there was some hope, but then it sold off a little bit. But still, gold is still at a serious, is very high. All right. Over 2,000 is always a win. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the markets did open. So I'm going to look at that soon. Silver, what are you at? 25, 26? Yeah, almost 26. Silver got excited and then it cooled off a little bit too. Okay. There you go. Fear and greed. How you doing, fear and greed? Probably neutral. Yep, we're neutral on the fear and greed. Economic calendar, no. We can look at earnings real quick. You guys can see me, right? Yeah. Disney today after the bell. We're getting some car companies. Toyota, Honda. Yeah, I mean, this is getting less interesting. So earnings season is coming to a close. Okay, we don't need that one. We can check the block out. See what they got. Binance. Capital Connect. Ethereum's OFAC compliant blocks fall to 27%, marking a drop in protocol level censorship. That's cool. That's good news. In a sea of holy shit, the gas fees are so high. U.S. futures to hold rare joint committee hearing in growing U.S. House. Did I say futures? U.S. House to hold rare joint committee hearing in growing crypto effort. I think that's today. It could be now. When is this? A rare joint hearing between two U.S. House committees will tee up what's expected to be a busy summer for efforts to craft legislation around digital assets. Wednesday morning's hearing will focus primarily on structuring market regulation for digital assets. A rare hearing between two committees in the U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday is the latest sign of growing momentum for digital asset legislation. God, the block is the worst. The House Agriculture and Financial Services Committee will hear testimony on regulatory gaps for digital assets in the U.S., a number of high-profile firm failures. Okay, no, we don't need to go through the story again. This is a town where people very much like to fight over turf and where egos can sometimes get in the way of progress. That cooperation is a testament to the importance that both McHenry and Thompson, as well as teams on both sides of the aisle, have had to getting things done on digital assets this Congress. I mean, stop collaborating. They're quoting Vanilla Ice. Patrick Mahenry and Glenn G.T. Thompson have made a point to work together due to the unusual overlap between their committees on crypto. CFTC Chair Rostin Benham also told the Senate committee in March that stablecoins fall within his agency's jurisdiction in the absence of legislation telling them otherwise, creating another area of disagreement around digital assets between the commodities regulator and the SEC, and lending more urgency to Congress sorting out the issue. Okay. So Kraken's going to be in there. Yeah, Sherrod Brown is the Senate Banking Committee chair, and he is a an ally of Elizabeth Warren, and has been, skeptic is a nice word for it. So anything that the House does, will he even agree to act on it? It's going to be a pretty busy summer. We'll see if Senate Banking ever has that markup. Okay. Well, that is what it is. Grayscale is worried the SEC may ban it from using Coinbase. Grayscale stores 5.4 billion in Bitcoin and Ether with Coinbase's custody unit. The SEC has proposed a rule that would make investment platforms responsible for the safe custody of their clients' crypto funds. Such a rule could ban Grayscale from using Coinbase to hold its assets. Complained that the SEC's proposed new rules around safeguarding custody of clients' crypto funds would make it impossible for Grayscale to continue storing its Bitcoin and Ether with Coinbase's custody arm. The SEC wants to make investment advisors responsible for safeguarding the custody of assets they control for clients. Such a rule would be a problem for centralized exchanges like Coinbase or any platform that manages clients' assets via Coinbase. Exchanges typically hold customer funds in commingled accounts and credit customers for their value, rather than providing an individual wallet for each customer. The SEC's proposal would make that illegal. The proposal might also ban investors from using a third party to store their clients' funds. Grayscale controls the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and the Grayscale Ethereum Trust, which it claims are the largest crypto funds of their kind. Well, because they are something they own. Grayscale owns an insane amount of Bitcoin. It's like 600 and something thousand, right? Currently, the entirety of those funds is held by Coinbase via the Coinbase Custody Trust Company. Coinbase Custody holds Grayscale's assets in offline cold storage via unique on-chain addresses and are never commingled with other clients' funds, according to the agreement between Grayscale and Coinbase. Previously, Grayscale stored cold wallets via a company called Xapo. Xapo's custody wallet relied on geographically dispersed physical vault locations around the world, which changed regularly. The SEC's proposed rule would upend Grayscale's entire model for storing its 5.4 billion in client assets. As an institutional, which, by the way, all those clients' assets, especially in the Bitcoin Trust, are a bunch of people that wish that they could get their Bitcoin back and they could redeem their Gbtc, but they can't. And the shares that they hold are trading at an insane discount to the actual price. And Barry Silbert, who, Grayscale is part of Digital Currency Group, which owns, things like, which is like Genesis is an arm of that. This whole drama that we're seeing play out, where I think DCG just defaulted on their loan to Genesis, and they're saying they're trying to restructure their debt. I guess maybe we'll look at some of that. I think I have some of that queued up, but Grayscale keeps on saying that what they're trying to do is turn this into an ETF, but a lot of people that are in the know and are severely down and losing tons of money on their Grayscale Bitcoin are saying Grayscale doesn't actually want this to be an ETF because their trust is able to print money for them. Like in the end, if they just can keep this grayscale thing where nobody can redeem any of their Bitcoin, as long as they go, they get these insane fees. So they have no incentive to actually turn this into an ETF. And they're worried that even if the SEC or whoever, if the SEC approves Grayscale Trust to become an ETF, then Grayscale is just going to drag their heels for as long as they possibly can. Barry Silbert is in a lot of trouble, and it's not talked about a lot, in the mainstream, but there's a lot of scenarios that could go very bad. And Grayscale would be a massive, massive thing. Hopefully, it seems like it's a very lucrative business. So it's possibly something, hopefully the creditors to Genesis can get their hands on it and put it into the hands of people that will actually try to, make people whole and all that. Anyways, it's such a mess. All right. So this is Grayscale and Coinbase and the SEC trying to just completely demolish this industry in the United States. So yeah, here's this. Grayscale angling for 3 new crypto ETFs as Gbtc ruling nears. One of their 3 funds proposed by the crypto asset manager would invest in companies and digital assets focused on privacy. So they want more ETFs. And then I keep on mentioning Barry Silbert. Who is Barry Silbert, right? You guys know who he is, right? There he is. So here, investment banker Barry Silbert worked on some of the highest profile corporate failures. Now he's the founder of venture capital firm Digital Currency Group, parent of troubled firm Genesis. He is grappling with problems closer to home. Silbert's 46, cut his teeth on bankruptcy, including Enron and WorldComs, when working at California-based investment bank Houlihan Lokey. The experience working on complex, problematic restructurings proved invaluable, he told the Senate. Genesis Global Capital, one of the world's biggest crypto lending firms, filed for U.S. bankruptcy protection on Thursday. This is an old article. Owing creditors at least $3.4 billion, the latest in a string of major corporate failures. It plans to exit the bankruptcy by May 19th, which is coming up, obviously. Genesis, which brokers crypto for financial institutions like hedge funds and asset managers, had frozen client withdrawals in its lending unit in November, citing an extreme market dislocation and loss of industry confidence. Its 2 biggest borrowers were Three Arrows Capital, the Singapore hedge fund that went bankrupt in July, and Alameda Research, the hedge fund of FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. So this was such a mess because they say these things are all separate, but Genesis would lend to Three Arrows Capital on the condition that Three Arrows Capital would put the money into Grayscale. So it was this loop, and they were all very connected. And there is probably a lot of shady stuff happening there. The troubles at Genesis are a blow to Silbert and his ambition, described to Reuters in a 2017 interview, that DCG would one day become a publicly traded conglomerate akin to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. Silbert, who grew up in Maryland, was an early Bitcoin adopter. He told Reuters in the 2017 interview that he bought about $175,000 worth of the cryptocurrency in 2012, paying about $11 a coin. Good job. He launched DCG in 2015. His crypto market soared. DCG raised money from Bain, MasterCard. They didn't want to talk. Bain didn't want to talk about it. DCG built up a formidable portfolio of companies, over 200 in more than 35 countries, from Genesis to CoinDesk to Grayscale. It has also invested in more than 50 whatever. In 2004, he founded Restricted Stock Partners, a trading platform for restricted securities issued by companies as part of private deals. Silbert has come under fire since Genesis suspended withdrawals, with the co-founder of crypto exchange Gemini accusing him of misleading investors and engaging in bad faith stall tactics. Gemini offered a crypto yield product in partnership with Genesis and says Genesis owes the firm $900 million. Genesis declined to comment. A spokesman earlier this month expressed disappointment that Gemini was waging a public media campaign despite ongoing productive private dialogue. He has proven himself unfit to run DCG and unwilling and unable to find a resolution with creditors that is both fair and reasonable. It has been challenging to have my integrity and good intentions questioned after spending a decade pouring everything into this company in the space with an unrelenting focus on doing things the right way. Doesn't sound like you were, buddy. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound like you were. You've screwed a lot of people, sir. All right. And then we got this news yesterday, Digital Currency Group. Oh my God. What a disaster this site is. What is this? Ethereum World News? Imagine. Digital Currency Group wants to refinance $1.7 billion debt owed to Genesis. Barry Silbert's crypto behemoth is in talks with investors to raise capital to facilitate further growth. DCG has indicated that it won't be able to repay a $630 million loan from Genesis that will mature this week. Seems like nobody really cares that it's defaulting on that $630 million loan. According to a report by Bloomberg, the DCG, led by crypto entrepreneur Barry Silbert, is seeking to refinance the debt owed to Genesis, which is made up of a $630 million loan and a $1.1 billion promissory note. While the promissory note is due in June 2023, the $630 million loan is set to mature this week, between May 9th and 11th, to be precise. Genesis is currently undergoing a restructuring process as part of its Chapter 11 proceedings. Last week, Genesis agreed to enter a 30-day mediation period with DCG, Gemini, and its unsecured creditors committee in order to fast-track the resolution and work out a repayment. Gemini and its UCC have vested interest in DCG's repayment to Genesis, since it will pave the way for following its creditors to be made whole. We are committed to reaching a fair outcome for all and look forward to a productive resolution during this mediation period. The DCG group, or the DCG, has stated that it is in talks with investors to raise additional capital to further its growth. The extra capital will also provide financial flexibility with regard to the outstanding obligation to Genesis. However, in the meantime, the crypto conglomerate seeks to refinance the loans owed to its subsidiary. As for the $630 million loan that matures this week, it is safe to assume that it will not be paid back to Genesis. All right. And then to that, Gemini says, "Good morning, friends. When Pepe? Today. Pepe is now available for deposits on Gemini via our web interface because, holy shit, we need to make some money. Mobile deposits and trading to follow shortly." Read more about it. Okay, this is what I promised. We're good here, right? Gemini now supports Pepe. We're thrilled to announce support for Pepe. Pepe is now available for trading on the Gemini mobile app and website for USD, all of that stuff. Pepe is an Ethereum-based token that launched on April 14th, 2023. Following in the footsteps of meme coins like Doge and Shiba Inu, Pepe quickly rose in popularity in the days after launch, hovering around 750 million market cap as of May 9th. Pepe builds upon the popular Pepe the Frog meme created by Matt Fury in the early 2000s. Pepe continues the tradition of giving the control of money back to the people. We're not here to tell you what money is. We'll leave that up to you. We're here to empower you with greater choice, independence, and opportunity as we continue on our mission to unlock the next era of financial, creative, and personal freedom. Onward and upward. I like it. I like it. Giving the control of money back to the people. Pepe. Oh, shit. I'm not sharing it. My bad, guys. So anyways, it was this. I was laughing at this because I think it's funny. And then I read this. Okay. Are you guys okay now? Coop, share your screen. I know. All right. We never looked at Vestige. Should we look at Vestige real quick? You can see what I was looking at. What's going on, Peps? Where's your Pep? Look at that, though. This thing is about to rip. Look at that. This thing is feeling some life. That's what I think. See that? It walked down and it's just been consolidating. Or maybe not. Okay. So, let's get that straight. All right, let's go back to let's go back here. Oh, wait, I didn't even look at Vestige. I just stayed on Pepe. So, okay. So, Algo's sitting there. Pepe's down. Buttcoin's up. Pepe's down. Buttcoin's up. Chips breathed a little life, got into it in the past hour. ASAs have been struggling because everybody's buying Pepe and Algorand. Pepe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sixth in TVL. Akita Inu, though, what's going on? It's down 10% over the last week, but 5% in the last, 24 hours? Or hour. Sorry. It's an hour and day. So down 10% in the last day, but up 5% over the last hour, recovering a bit. Algorand's meme coin, dog coin. All right. It's 7 o'clock. I want to check real quick. Yeah. Told ya. I mean, yeah. So the Dow is almost even. It was up over 200 points in futures, and now it's even. But the Nasdaq is feeling the love. It's still up 1%. Sorry, but there you go. So definitely cooled off. Futures were a little euphoric. What did that do to crypto? To see that? No, it's still feeling okay. 28.2. So Bitcoin is holding its gains. All right. Yeah. Not feeling great about that. I do want to share with you guys, I have some friends of the show. You see them as you're waiting for me to start. You see Oracle, you see Goracle, you see Algo Gator, and you see Cooldown Gaming Guild. I just wanted to give them a shout out today. I know Algo Gator has some cool stuff coming up. They have their premium is launched, and now on April 18th, they're going to have an Algo Gator NFT shuffle. Each NFT holds a lifetime membership to Algo Gator Premium, which, come on, folks. Holders will be able to claim their membership immediately on purchase within our membership area. Once a membership has been claimed for a specific NFT, that membership is tied to that address for good. So there you go. So you make sure when you claim the membership, it's the wallet that you want it to be on. But 300 Algo will get you a lifetime membership to Algo Gator Premium. And, these gators are pretty nice looking. Not going to lie. Not going to lie about that. I dig the artwork. Yeah. Are all 400 NFTs handmade? Artwork is AI. It's AI by Gbtc 3D. What is the max supply? They're only doing 400 of those. So, frankly, it's appealing. Because I forget how much want to see something real quick. Sorry. It's obviously a good deal, is my point. But I was trying to see how much. Anyways, so Algo Gator, great, really cool wallet, like tracker. You can track your assets with confidence, like it says. And you can do lots of things. You can Algorand, you have to opt into assets, and then if you don't have them anymore, it locks up Algo, and it helps you because if you're heavy in the NFT game, you may have bought an NFT and then you sold it, and now it's still sitting there locking up Algo. This makes it really easy for you to mass opt out of all of those things. It'll help you navigate Algorand DeFi to see where the best LP is and everything else, and just really kind of track all of your stuff. So it's great. Algo Gator Finance. I appreciate them being a friend of the show, help support the show, and they have some big stuff coming. Cool. And then also we got Cool Down Gaming Guild, which is the #1 resource for Algorand Gaming. This looks amazing, they said 27 minutes ago. Bushy. Not sure what Bushy is. It's on the Sui. I think that they're also looking at the Sui network in the game situation over there because Sui is making a big push for games. All right. Did we already read this? May 7th? We may have already looked at this. I think we looked at this on Monday. We did. But all the good stuff that's going on in Algorand Gaming, and Algorand and the Cool Down Gaming Guild is your source for all of that type of stuff. And it's also tracking other ecosystems. So, look, folks, it's a multi-chain world. Games, you can play them anywhere. Algorand happens to be a great place for it to go down. But it looks like Sui is also making a play. And then we have Go Oracle. I really want to call it Go Oracle. Because I'm like, I think it's because whoa. Did you guys see this? D13, friend of the show. Anyone know what this sharp dip was on Gbtc across many pools too? Oh, wow. Seems like this wallet sold 0.29 Gbtc on Tiny Man that only has one Gbtc in liquidity. Should have used an aggregator. I'm sure arbitrage bots had a great time. Wow. Come on, guys. Do not sell 0.3 Gbtc, 0.3 BTC on Tiny Man for that matter, because that Tiny Man pool, it doesn't even have nearly the liquidity that the packed pool has. So you definitely, if you're trying to sell that type of size of Bitcoin in the Algorand ecosystem, you have to use an aggregator. You have to. They got brutalized. It's just send me the 0.3 BTC, and it's a beat. JT Invest in You is excited. It's trending down. It's going to keep trending down because we're reaching the time when inflation was peaking. It better be trending down. The fuck is that? I love it. All right, let me go to Goracle. Did you see this? Did you know Goracle's over 7,000 node runners and testers were responsible for the massive spikes in transactions on testnet last month. Our code is now locked for audit. Mainnet, here we come. Folks, this is actually very exciting. It's so important that we get this decentralized Oracle on Algorand. And it looks like they had over 7,000 node runners. So they're really building a robust group of node runners, and this should be this is a real solution. So Goracle has been building this damn thing for a while, and they're getting so close. So I'm rooting for them. You guys should be rooting for them. Like, let's get this going. I can't wait for them to get through their audit and go live. And look at this. I didn't even notice. He tried to help everybody get me to 10,000 subscribers. I guarantee you, the last time I reached my last peak was like they did a purge of subscriptions. They did a purge of followers on Twitter, and I know that's looming. So I bet you I'll get to 10,000, and then they'll cut a few out. I don't care, but holy crap! Look at that. They got 166 likes on getting me to 257 away. Well, that's interesting. It's wild. Thank you. Thank you for that tweet. Well, there you go. Here I am. I am 173 away. There we go. Looks good. Got some DMs. I wonder what your people are telling me. All right. I lost you. I lost a lot of you during that last part, but I kept some of you. I appreciate you guys. Let's get out of here. Let's go here. My hair's been a mess. It used to be Algo Oracle, but then they changed. BTC is still pumping. Let's see what you guys got. Before we do this, oh yeah, Algo Casino. I should. Since I'm the bit boy of Algorand. Oh my god, what a nightmare that is. All right, 3 days, right? Okay, so let's go through this. I just got tired all of a sudden. You called me the bit boy of Algorand, and I got exhausted. Oh my god, that's tiring. I'm tired. Algorand Casino testing their new poker app last night with their ambassadors. Very positive feedback so far. That's awesome. Algorand Casino is clearly doing good work. El Crypto wants to know why it's not called Algorino. Algorino, like a little baby casino. I like it, but it's too late to change now. Love it. As Coop is the bit boy. No, I don't want to read that again. We can all spunk our Coop coins on the slots. That's right. I don't think he takes sponsorships anymore. He wants to be transparent and make sure his content is not influenced. Well, I just went through a few people that are sponsoring. The thing is that I have been that way, and I am transparent. So when I say these friends of the show, you know what I mean, that they have sponsored the show at a very, affordable rate. This is not buying me anything, and I'm not going to accept anybody that I think is trying to rug you. Cool Down Gaming Guild is a guild that is trying to bring attention to Algorand gaming and gaming in Web3 in general. Algogator is providing you with a service that I think people would like. And a decentralized Oracle is much needed on Algorand. So I feel confident having them. And, I don't know, maybe Algorand Casino would probably, as much as I support it, I don't know if there's any legal issues with me doing that. So I probably would not accept an Algorand Casino sponsorship out of fear of that being a relationship that people would look poorly on because of whatever, but doesn't mean that I don't like it. Okay. Pepe, why no moon? Why no moon, Pepe? Crypto for Change has his entire life savings in this. Why no moon, Pepe? Oh my God. Okay, so Maximus brought it. I made fun of it, and Maximus sort of. How much do you have in Pepe, Dave? Seems like you bearish on Algo, but bullish on Pepe, a worthless meme token mostly owned by whales, just because you made some money on it. Uh oh. Coop always has to hedge each Pepe protection. Well, because look, I have I have zero interest in Pepe. Okay, I have a little bit of Pepe. I have like a tiny man LP that last I looked was worth very insignificant amount of money. But I'm playing it because if Pepe moons, then I get a lot more algo, right? And if Pepe no moon, then I lose, and it doesn't matter. But I do think that it just seems set up right now. If I'm just, and it's literally just a feeling of like hype, right? So that's really, and that's what these you're hoping that these whales are tuned into, and that's basically it. You're just trying to feel it. And last night when I was looking around, I was like, oh wait, there's this new energy, and you're finding out all these people, all these whales were buying it. So, and all these stories of like, oh, that goes to Binance and then they have to get all of theirs first before they can pump it. So maybe that's what's going to happen. But at the same time, I don't want people FOMOing into Pepe because I said so. That would be a terrible, terrible thing, because a lot of people are probably going to end up getting wrecked by this thing. And a lot of people are going to get rich. So I talk about it because it's popular. I like the meme. And if we're going to do meme coins, I'm a hell of a lot more comfortable laughing at Pepe than I am talking about some stupid Ben coin or BAM or whatever, or Turbo or all that other bullshit that has nothing to do with anything. At least Pepe is linked to the most popular meme in crypto currently. Right? So, I mean, it's all silly, folks. Let's not be sellouts to ETH whales manipulating a token just because. Okay. So I just engaged in this conversation, and Crypto for Change is just not doing it. What's up? Ciao from, you told me last time where you were from. Darn it. It's not, don't tell me. It's not, Cyprus is, it's, shit. It's somewhere in Italy. Yesterday was Mega Ace Hackathon Award Ceremony. Now, if you guys know, the Ace is a program that Algorand has put, some serious capital into universities around the world, and it's getting a lot of people. What just happened? Just now. Oh. That's another thing, by the way, that I've heard Crypto for Change say a couple of times, that his Pepe move and he's tracking closely how much it's growing his algo bag. So let's not be too hard on David. David's having a good time. He's 4x his algo. And I think he sniffs that this thing is going to moon again. And he's like, you know what? I've been wrecked for a while now in algo, and I've 4x my algo in this damn stupid meme coin. And I think it's going to go more, and I'm willing to let it ride a bit. I'm sorry to put words in your mouth, Crypto for Change. Yeah, it's just for play. Yeah. Yeah. Crypto just become a Pepe tyrant. I love it, and I hold no Pepe. Maybe the meme gods be on your side. I want you to win too. I know that I do know if Pepe does what Crypto for Change thinks, that he'll be way better off than I will. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking about this. Sorry that I should have. You know what? I don't see all the comments that you read, Coop. Oh, weird. That's odd. I'll stop putting words in your mouth, by the way, Crypto for Change. And we need to have Crypto for Change on. Are you free at some point this week? What are we on, Wednesday? We got to have, it'll be fun if Pepe would moon and then you can come on. The tiny man algo Pepe pool has between 1,000 and 5,000 yield the last few days. Yeah. Saudis are short U.S. stock market, buying crypto commodities and UST bills. ACE is seriously underappreciated. Yeah, when I was, that was one of the things, you guys remember, a lot of you have been watching my algo rants. It is seriously underappreciated. Awesome. So crypto for change is now to come on. I envy the games for sure. I hope all algonists get rich on Pepe and buy all the algo they can. Awesome. Okay, there we go. See, guys, only 100,000 people will ever be able to hold 100,000 algos. Let's get 100,000 degenerate ape holders and get algo to the damn moon. USDC Pepe is now 49,000 on Tiny Man. But that's got to have like zero liquidity. You'll get wrecked every trade if you're in that LP. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you. What time is it? 7:20. This is 7:19. Every time I'm like, oh, I got to go, it's like 7:19. Let's look at the stock market one more time. So now the Dow is in the red. Hey, I mean, the NASDAQ is still doing well, but I told you, didn't I tell you that those gains were not going to hold? I knew that those inflation numbers weren't as good as people wanted it to be. I knew it wouldn't stick. And it's not sticking, except for the NASDAQ is, which I expect it to give that back too. Coin market cap. But Bitcoin is holding it. Well, Bitcoin, yeah, is holding its gains too. It's still over 28. I expect that to be given back too. All right, everybody. Was I not sharing that? Darn it. There you go. That's what I was looking at. Still early, Coop. Markets do as they will. That's for sure. But yeah, if you were here earlier, Rumi, futures were up significantly. And I was just saying, I don't think that's going to stick. We'll see how it goes. All right, everybody. See you soon. I appreciate you. I'll be back to today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow we get the PPI, and whatever other things. What tomorrow's also the 11th, or is today the 11th? Yeah, tomorrow's the 11th. So I'm sure we'll get more Genesis news and all that. We'll see. The day's busy. The day's early. So we'll see. I think we're going to go get my wife a new car. All right, everybody.